All right, green team, let's assemble. Who's ready to attack this day trading day? Let me hear some noise. Here we are, Wednesday, July 30th, into of July, man. The summer's been rocking and rolling. A lot of crazy action. Today, actually, a ton. Speaking of crazy action, BTHL, I know we were just going over that in chat. What, $30 down to $1? And I was reading a little bit of what in the world was going on there. Let's take a look at that report if you guys didn't see it. But, it's a Chinese stock. Apparently, there was a report that came out about possible manipulation by an overseas group. Bear Cave suggested that the company's stock might be manipulated by overseas groups, being controlled by them and facing the risk of a severe price collapse in the short term. Man, what a move yesterday. God, I hate it. Hate it for the longs there. Tough one. I don't know if I've ever seen like a halt open that low before. Like you halt down at $27 and you open up at $1 or $2. I don't know if I've ever seen that large of a gap down. I'm trying to think of if I can think of one. Let me know if you guys have. Earnings, guys, today. A lot of earnings. A lot of earnings today. Be mindful of that. It is a big earnings week. And after the close, a lot of tickers as well going to be coming out with earnings. There are a few earnings plays I'm looking at as well. Like HOG, Harley Davidson is one of them. But today, guys, I want to focus on getting in the flow. Getting in the flow. Was doing a little bit of reading on Mr. Mark Douglas, some of his work, and he talks about how, it's not that challenging to put on a string of winning trades, especially when you're newer, right? Because you're not unencumbered by fear or worry, and so you're not trading with that fear because you haven't experienced the losses. I trade with a lot of fear these days, and I need to get in the flow. Get in the flow. What does that mean? It means, you just don't have that fear or that worry. You know what you're going to do when you're in the trades. You're confident. You're trading confident, but also managing risk well. So let's get in that flow today, that carefree state of mind, but knowing what our risk is per trade. So Fades brought up VWAV this morning. Good job, by the way, green team. I mean, God, perfect fall. MG. Fades, are you green this morning? Everybody's green. I got a little bit. I'm like 0.2% of the way to quota after REPL. REPL got a little piece of that, and this is still a play. We're going to go over this one. REPL, a lot of resistance at 7. I don't mind slow scaling that one. I like the VWAV that Fades brought up for a slower fade today. Man, didn't we attempt this one yesterday? We did try this one yesterday, that little morning spike that it had, spiked up a point. And it almost looked like a long yesterday because it was trending 680s. The 680s it triple bottomed at, and it was kind of going sideways right there. Recent IPO still, but we could see this one start pulling back. A lot of those tickers, the Wall Street Bet tickers from last week, it was OPEN and Krispy Kreme. A few of those, even KSS. I mean, all of them have been pulling back. So that's why I think we like to, here's KSS. That's why we like to focus some of these names backside. I mean, there's it's slower but profitable. There's KSS and then Krispy Kreme. What's the ticker symbol, Krispy Kreme? Donut, D-nut. Yeah, D's nuts. How did I forget that? Yeah, D's nuts, that one's 440s, fade down to 380. So it's probably not going to be a massive percentage gain. And then OPEN, similar thing. I mean, they're all pulling back, 15, 20%. So we could see something similar as well with VWAV. Get a continual pullback on that one. I mean, really down even towards under 6 and lower. So that's what I'm looking for. Previous close there, 773. We'll monitor that one out of the gates. I'll keep it probably fairly tight against $8. I think 8's pretty good on it. We see that level holding up real well yesterday. So let's monitor VWAV at that level. BGLC's a low float play, just hit 946 and pulling back off of that. I do like this one, BGLC. You gotta manage risk well. I mean, it's 1.27 million in the float right now. It's got a clear kind of trend to it. I know MG hit this one this morning. It's got a clear trend to it. It's on that bottom trend actually right now. I think what I like about is the daily chart, BGLC, because here recently, even on the 20-day chart, we just shot up from $3 to $23. So getting back up to 23, unlikely. You know, when we just recently did that and we have longs underwater there. Man, speaking of longs underwater, guys, I was talking to Perfect Fall about Archon. Such a con, man. That Archon. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that guy complaining about taking profits on a play like RCON. I had a 680-ish kind of average on it, RCON, and took it all like 560s. So I was looking at I was seeing some veteran traders and some of their charts on this. They were hitting it up here in the 7s as well, but they were also hitting it in the 5s, the 6s, down the 4s. I mean, they were hitting it all the way down. I'm like, dude. I mean, that's trading with a lot of conviction. So I'm just reviewing what I did yesterday, and I'm like, I applied quite a bit of risk to Archon, and the reward I had probably not sufficient, to that risk. So I gotta let some of these run. Like I had 100 on it, but even leaving 50, dude, I had a 680 something average. Even leaving 50 to work and just forgetting about it. Gotta get in the habit of doing that. Just like forgetting about it, walking away, doing what Baron does, just going and taking a shower, going for a walk, going to work out, and just setting your trail, setting your stop, and let the trade work out. Because even 50 shares there, dude, a couple $100 more. Yeah, so that's what I was going over in my head all day yesterday. Why? My chart there, not very nice, not very good relative to the move it made. Gotta let some of these breathe. I think it's smart to take a piece of it off, but the leftovers got to work. Yeah, knowing when to hold on, scaling into some. I know PTHL Fades is looking at, you suggest closing out profits and reopening a leftover position. Perhaps. I haven't really considered that. Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, Archon was good. I mean, guys, we're hitting Q. We hit Cube Monday, Tuesday. I'm feeling good today. Today I'm feeling a little like I want to be aggressive because of the Archon, and I'm a little salty about it. But PTHL is $31 down to $1.30. So, I mean, for anybody that likes to trade the dead cat bounces, maybe we get something here today. I mean, this move, I'm trying to think of a time I've seen a candlestick like this. God, dude, this is what they call the elevator down. That's the Tower of Terror right there. God. Well, there's a gap to fill. I don't think we're going to be filling it here today. Stairs up take a long time. Okay, so that was Archon. I wanted to go over it. SGD ended up making an after hours move. I know we were playing that like double triple top yesterday, SGD, and it kept respecting the 160s, and now that ceiling has become a level of support there. So 160s is holding up. Sophie was on earnings yesterday. I wanted to review this one too because I want to find a trade like it today. It was on earnings, and I saw it at 25 and I thought, it's not too bad right there. And it faded all day, even after earnings. Good old Sophie. So, out of the gates today, what am I going to be watching? I got them listed down there in chat, but VWAV, 720 or 773, both of those areas, I'd probably give it a little bit more room. $8 is even good as the risk guide for a backside play. So VWAV monitoring for backside there. Good alert. Fades. BGLC, the 1 million and float ticker, they came out with news at 8 o'clock. They announced a landmark alliance touted as the new DeepSeek moment in precision oncology. So BGLC. Emmanuel in the building. Emmanuel. Woke up a little early today, 9:25. You don't have any meetings, do you? So BGLC, I will hit this one. Normally I'm not going to hit these low floats like this, but just 20 days ago it had this move up to 23. So usually we don't see them reclaiming those levels. So I'll monitor BGLC out of the gates. If that one gets another leg up, it would be ideal. GLW is a higher price play. It's in the 62 range, but we've seen this kind of trade at quite a bit where we're getting overbought off the trend. The trend's kind of way down at like 53.4. It has a few analyst upgrades. It's a hangover setup. GLW, so I may stab at it. It's hanging up over here, up about nearly 10 points. And then REPL, let's take a look at this. 3 minutes till the market opens. So 7 is pretty strong left of the chart. Let's look left here. We had a gap down REPL. I don't recall what happened here. It was just a few days ago. Does anybody recall REPL? I mean, I see a downgrade. Just a few downgrades by some analysts. I don't know. So that's what I see. REPL, this had a gap down. It's spiking back up towards this resistance here now, 715.20. And then above that, I'm seeing up towards 9. It's got about 10-11% short interest on it to be mindful of. Right now, there's a double top at 7. It is respecting that risk that I got mapped out there. So let's be mindful of that level. And then I've already taken a piece on it, by the way, this morning. I just took a Jefferson on it. Is that everything? SGD. Okay. Yeah, going to be monitoring those out of the gates. VWAV for backside hangover. BGLC, another leg up. I'll probably start slow scaling it. Honestly, probably start pretty small. And slow scale that one up and through like $10. GLW on the hangover. REPL. I want to see how this one's going to open up. 7's double top so far. Here's the trend on REPL. It's kind of steep here and hitting a lot of resistance. I mean, that leg up's what I'm looking for on a lot of these names. I don't really want a short weakness. I want to hit some of these into some strength. I'm probably avoiding the dead cat bounce PTHL. They haven't worked out for me so well in the past. I remember hitting this one ticker. It was like it dropped all the way to 2 cents and then went from 2 cents to 1 cent and didn't move. SGD perhaps against 220 as well. That's an interesting one. We'll see what that 160 broke. That 160 ceiling. Now that's going to turn to a level support. Fades Tygo. Oh, is that a play right now? TYG. Okay, I did see this one. I didn't know if it was going to make another move though. 215 holding up real well. Gave that sloppy seconds to perfection, dude. Oh, perfect fall. Got your daughter's breakfast, and it was already over on the sloppy seconds. You need a Butler perfect fall. REPL is ETB, by the way. Okay, and a pretty high float. Yep. Tygo textbook short after the... Okay, I mean, I'll throw Tygo down. It's unlikely it's going to get back up to 210, 15, but that's where I'd like to snatch it up. Market is open. Let's stay safe, disciplined, smart. VWAV has got a little spread to it. I'm seeing a 28-cent spread, but decent hangover there. All right. See where the volatility is going to be. RAPL 650. Thanks for alerting the ETB on that. PTHL not moving too much. Fade. Sorry. Maybe it will. Maybe it'll get a morning spike. SGD holding the line right now. Okay, I mean, if Tigo is getting a little pop right here, if it starts popping up towards 2, I really don't mind hitting this one. The 180 I'm seeing resistance left of the chart. It's floating up here. Yeah, she's a floater. It's got a lot of support down at like 140 to be mindful of. Okay. So Tigo monitoring that. And then scanners. A lot of earnings plays. Gonna let them come to us, guys. WULF. I think that's it's getting a little spike right now. SRPT as well. Oh man, SRPT, dude, this would have been a decent swing a few days ago. SRPT is the one, man, this thing has dropped from like 150 all the way down to 10 and has been bouncing. It's been getting some good bounce action going on SRPT. $10 up to 20. Tigo kind of heavy. BGLC cracked this trend. Cracked this trend here. That's 830 that it was at. REPL's cracking as well. Something to give me an entry. SGD might actually get a morning spike here. I mean, it's holding that 160 line right now. 160s, SGD is holding up. I could see this one actually getting, and it's sitting right above the 200-day moving average. I'm seeing resistance at 220, and then above that, like 290-ish. REPL did. It looks like it's just it's on the line right now. Kind of on that line. 620 is going to be real critical, you guys know, and VWAP and the bottom trend line. Few lines going on there. REPL, GLW getting a little spike. I'm tempted on GLW. Kind of a hangover morning spike. And BGLC spiking off a 7. Wow. All right. Yeah, VWAV is heavy. We could see that one fading a lot of the day. I may stab at it. I could see REPL being heavy. VWAVs is kind of spready, man. Not a lot of volume over there too. BGLC is interesting. It just put in a little red to green move. Low float play. With 850 being a level of resistance. James in the building. Good morning to you. All right, BGLC spiking up right now. Low float play. Is it halting? BGLC might be halting up. Okay, I like BGLC's, the daily chart there. I think it's decent to size and to scale, slow scale. Oh, GLW. It's almost about to hit that. Okay, GLW. Hangover. Larger cap play. I may hit GLW against the highs there that it just put in. REPL testing $6. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try GLW. Set a stop up and over the highs there, like 63.30s maybe. This one may be a slower play, but okay. We'll get started. We'll get the party started with that. REPL 620. Maybe heavy under now. We'll monitor that. Tygo still may be a short. Still may give us like sloppy thirds there. VWAV had a little spike. And BGLC's halted up. REPL's is looking heavy. Man, the $7 was great there. REPL. But yeah, she cracked that trend, and right now heavy. A lot of upper shadows there against 620s. VWAP, it's not bad. It's not a bad play, REPL. Double topped up there at 7. Had a nice trend to it, but cracking VWAP 620 and that trend. So how is it? We can get involved if it pops, back up. I think the risk guide being like 650 might be all right. Yeah, I really like that one against 7 though. Right now, I'm just in GLW for a slow hangover. Might pull back a few points. I'm just in there small. And then BGLC, I'm kind of wanting to slow scale that one. VWAV getting an entry there. Man, I'm seeing a 50-cent spread. That's the only thing. I really don't like that 50-cent spread. REPL, yeah, she's... I don't want to chase it down here is my only problem with that. I really don't want to chase it down. Okay, ATNF I'm seeing on the scans popping up a little bit. 320s to 380s near 4. ATNF's been basing at 3. A lot of support there at 3. James, you didn't get funded. It's probably because of it was too large of a win relative to your average winner, right? It's got to be like 50%. Your biggest win can't be more than 50% of the average. So is that trade just not counted at all, which is awful? You did really well with that trade though. I will say the patience you had on Archon was great. I lacked it yesterday, that patience, but you did really well with patience, letting that thing work out. Good work. All right, BGLC, gonna wait for that one to open up. When did we close here? 9:35, so 5 minutes. Might be opening up here soon. Take a look again at this chart. I mean, is it gonna get all the way back up to 15? I just doubt it. I really am not seeing that happening. We just opened up BGLC. I'm monitoring it here, seeing what she's going to do. GLW is working out fairly well in the green there. Want to leg up here, BGLC. Holding VWAP right now. 850 still proven to be a little strong for it. I'll hit it here. 826. I'm planning to scale it up towards 10. I mean, maybe through 10. MG's waiting for the move over 10. Yeah, that's probably a smarter idea. MG, though, very wise. All right, there she goes, up towards pre-market highs, 870s. Oh, you didn't wait long enough out of the halt? Oh, no. Oh, you could have, yeah. What Fades does is he takes like 90% off initially. All right, looks like she's heading towards 9, BGLC. And GLW curling around a little bit. Don't love that. VWAV. VWAV is halted up in the world. All right, REPL still heavy against 620. SRPT pulling back off 19. VWAV halted up, guys. Crazy. All right, getting a little wild action here today. GLW, my hangover short, bouncing off previous close at 62. That's what's happening there. REPL very heavy against 620. Still pulling on back into the 580s right now. PTHL, no dead cat bounce there. That's 91 cents. All right. So REPL's been one of the better ones. SBET's getting a spike up. Tygo's kind of heavy too. But just kicking back right now with these two trades. I'm, waiting for the edge to pop up, present itself. We're going to be patient as long as we can be here. Patience pays. Patience pays, guys. Might get a halt down, BGLC. BGLC down to VWAP, trying to bounce off of it. Right now, that 850 is up towards 9s. Pretty strong on it. PTHL was a short to 0. God, it appears so. Wicked move. All right, GLW's cracking. Good. GLW, that hangover, slower play is cracking right now. The previous close on $62. I want to see that down towards like 61. We need to stay heavy. Do not bounce here off that previous close. Need to stay heavy here. REPL, you're in that at 604. REPL. Man, she has just been like in such a downward spiral, dude. Like algo downtrend right there. Yeah, 620 is really the risk guide. So you got a good entry there with 604. BGLC is kind of flopping around VWAP. I don't really particularly like, being in these when they're going sideways like that. Let's see what she's going to do right here on this. Kind of looking weak. Is the BGLC. Kind of looking weak right here. See if we're going to halt down. Still trying to hold VWAP 750. I may smack it again here. It's attempting to go red on the day. If it snaps, so I can't really add to this. Okay. All right, BGLC monitoring the action here. It's under VWAP now and testing the open. 750 needs to crack BGLC. See this one further down. So just kind of monitoring the action on that at the moment. I may hit it again here and then risk like 850 because it feels heavy. She feels heavy right now. Yeah, under $1 PTHL. Unbelievable. It is believable, but hardly. I don't know here. BGLC. I'm gonna take it off and come back to it. I'm gonna be smart like MG and see if she'll give another entry here. It's starting to go sideways, so I'm not really in love with it. This is when she'll snap. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a better entry on a spike. So right now just in GLW. VWAV. Oh my god. VWAV. That thing's at 950 right now. Fades, you good over there? VWAV. A lot of resistance up and over 10. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It's heading for 10. I'm going to start it right here, small. 949. VWAV. I'm going to hit it again at like 1050. 1050. Well, really up towards 11. I'm going to hit it again. I'm going to spike up towards 11, VWAV. I can see it pulling back under this 9 line we got drawn out here. What did BGLC do? Still sitting over, like, right over VWAP, 810. Fighting the red and green on the day. GLW, is that above the sitting above previous close now, 61.95. Still need GLW to kind of slowly fade, but it's kind of basing out. I might have to take it. It needs to, if it doesn't crack here soon, I'll probably take GLW off. Alright, VWAV. Up through 10. I'm going to smack that one again. And let's flip around. XBP. Yeah. I know when MG alerts, we got something looking good. XBP. All right, 9 o'clock, they came out with some news. Acquisition is expected to expand XBP's global annual revenue to over $900 million. Okay, so they're coming out with, they're doing an acquisition here. A lot of upper shadows on the chart. Right around where it's at, really, 175. See if I can look a little further back. Yeah, even towards 2. Man, a lot of resistance. Guy has some resistance, 370s even. Okay, I mean, it's certainly a play, XBP. 10 million in the float. Throw it on the watch list. All right. Again, not falling in love with anything, right? We're not falling in love with anything. We're trading the series, the probabilities. We got to be the house, guys. We got to be the house, have the house edge. The house never goes all in on anything. They're even fine losing hands, right? The casino's fine losing hands. All right, VWAV heading up towards 10. XBP I think I'm going to start at MG over 2. I'm thinking like 220. It's kind of where I'd like to start it at, XBP. VWAV, I might get ready to hit it again in a little bit here. I think $11 is my risk guide, VWAV. That's what I'm thinking on it. XBP holding up fairly well. $10 has been hit now, VWAV. Really, I'm trading it against all this resistance from Monday. Lot of longs in this name. I remember it was trading like... I remember this ticker was trading, though, like it had a lot of shorts underwater on it. So I will bear that in mind. GLW, again, attempting that previous close snap. All right, so we hit $10 already, VWAV. What's XBP doing? XBP just put in an upper shadow. A few tickers to look at. I mean, that's fine. We don't want to marry anything. XBP putting in a little upper wick there, 182. I'd like to see it a little higher, but the chart does suggest there's some upper shadows here, MG, so I'm not... The chart suggests it's not a bad area to start at. All right, here we go. I'd like the twos. I'd like the twos. The terrible twos. Yeah, GLW, I think I'm going to take off. All right, VWAV up and over 10. I'm still kicking back there. And XBP, let's head up towards 2. No, XBP. No, 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 no. Let's head up towards 2. All right, here's $10 again, VWAV. I'm going to give it another little love tap right there. Still like an 11 on it. XBP coming up towards 2. It's probably going to do the liquidity grab up and over 2. Getting the order ready here. I guess I'll start it. It's testing 2. 220 I like a lot. Testing 2 again. There's the 2 break. See what she's going to do up and over 2. VWAV. Let me think. Let me look at that one again. VWAV. Not much of a pullback here, huh? $11 being kind of that area that I like, but not much of a pullback so far. $9.67 is my average, so not great, but I'm letting that one play around, giving it some breathing room. XBP, similar. XBP... XBP kind of going up towards close to that 220. VWAV heading up higher into the 1030s here. Okay. Let me do this with VWAV. I'm going to set a stop on the shares I have at 11. I'm just going to give that one some room. But stop for me, VWAV is up through 11, which would be a decent L there. And XBP just shot up again too. XBP through 220s. Kind of got smacked right there against 220s. I'm eyeballing it up here. XBP. Still just have the feeler on it. VWAV just put in a wicked pullback. I mean, it hit 1070 down towards 10 now. Yeah, wicked pullback, VWAV. Is it halting down? It's a pretty significant candlestick there, VWAV. I'm in a few and trying to manage the risk here well. 11 was my stop there, VWAV. I think it was a good price. We saw some euphoria. We're pulling back pretty hard right here. How much higher can it go? I smacked it. Cover 1060. Yeah, they can go higher than we want them to. I think we've realized that this summer. They can go a little higher than we anticipate. Let me see XBP. XBP. Why are we holding up here? 325 might be the line. I can't give it that much room though. Can't really give it up to 320s. Let me think, XBP. Let me think what I'm going to do with it. VWAV, I'm in the green right now with it. Kind of feels backside. 950s there. XBP, I'm still with this one, but I can't really give it up towards 320. So I have a 197 average. Not entirely the best there. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to set a stop 235 on it. So if it gets back up to 235, I'll revisit it. I can't just smack this thing up to 320. Might be a decent area to really hit it again. It's looking a little heavy right here. GLW looks to be curling around. I'm going to take that one off. Yeah. Didn't work out. That's all right. VWAV, if we start pulling in off of that 1050s, I mean, I love these moves back up towards resistance from prior days. That's really what I'm aiming for. It's feeling heavy at the moment, too. I'm considering hitting it again. Let me look at the chart. Okay, $9 could hold up. That was a ceiling. Now could be support, VWAV. We put in a big upper wick through 1050. Again, back up there would be tough, but it could happen. Anything could happen. Then XBP's grinding higher. Probably going to get stopped out of that one. Okay, VWAV, good pullback, guys. Down towards 9. Man, stay heavy, VWAV. God dang it. Back to 6. What kind of a pop is that? It just sold off to 9 and bounced straight back up. Oh, Lord. Come on. Look at that lower wick that it just put in. Down there to 9 and all the way back up. All right. So we have on the 5 minute, big upper wick, big lower wick. So now we're kind of grinding sideways. And I got stopped out on XBP. So right now, a little red on the day, XBP. Gave that one some room, but she wants to continue higher. VWAV, I'm trying to figure out what to do there after that lower shadow. So stupid. Yeah, this thing's going back up to 10. Really not a huge fan of it after that lower wick. I may take it off here and then revisit it. I want to see what it's going to do over $10. dude. That move. I think I'll give it to like 10-20. I don't want it curling back up to the highs. Man, it just popped up a straight point, dude, so quick. And that's reminiscent of what it did on Monday. You know, shorts are able to get out of it, so trapping some shorts, perhaps. That's the only thing so far. I mean, I don't like about it. Otherwise, I was fairly comfortable in this trade, but I really did not like that lower wick. Okay, a little bit of a pullback again, but we can't get balled up again this time, you know? We got to pull back and not get completely balled up. Because if that's pretty much like the personality of this ticker, then longs are just going to keep doing that. And it's never going to flush. Every pullback's going to get balled up. I don't know, man. I still could give it that 11 risk, but yeah, I still like that 11 risk. It just all right. Let me kick back with it a little bit. XBP, you're such a XBP put in the 250 upper wick. Kind of looks backside now. Could revisit it. Stopped out up there near the what may be the top. I'm going to hit it here. I'm thinking like give it to 230. I'm going to hit it there again. This backside play. Maybe we flush back under $2. Just put in a lower wick to 190. It feels kind of backside to me. Let's get that flush back under $2. Start heading towards 170. Just tapped $2 and bounced off of it. So that's VWAP as well. $2 and VWAP. Couple lower shadows there. We really need a crack under it. Really need a crack under that 2 in VWAP. Pretty much high day is my risk here. I like it against high day. VWAV still it's slowing down, kind of going sideways. Starting to get annoyed, guys. I'm down red. Barely red on the day, so I need to chill out a bit here. VWAV up in the 1030s. $11 still the idea here for me. XBP back down to $2. Let's get a heavy crack here under 2. Come on, heavy crack. XBP, we need a good crack under 2 right here. Wow, it's just not happening. Oh, there it goes. Maybe. There it goes, maybe. VWAV higher. All right, I'm smacking it again, and this risk is real tight right now. Risk for me is real tight. Like 1135 risk. 1135. It's kind of that previous close area. So I got to stop on it up towards 1135, which it could smack quickly and then retrace from there. But yeah, VWAV not working out too well for me. XBP looks like she's working out pretty good here. XBP, I'm about to come out, most of it in the 170s. All right, I'll take XBP down there in the low 180s. And then VWAV is kind of the one giving me trouble right now. Really need this one to pull back, dude. Come on, VWAV. I need this one to get kind of heavy. If it's gonna stop me out, it's gonna hurt a little bit. It looks like it's going to. This 11 kind of was my risk guide on it. But she's very strong. I think there's a lot of shorts here. A lot of shorts here calls in this move. We noticed the pullbacks. Pullbacks are just getting bought completely up. Yeah, just got stopped out. Yeah, ouchie. Ouchie, ouchie. All right. We're all right, though. We're at 67 on the day. XBP helped. You know, this happened to me on Monday. I saw this lower shadow and was like, ooh, I need to get out of it. And then was like, nah, let me still give it to 11. I swear to God, guys, I'm going to have to step away if that's going to be the top. I'll have to step away. REPL got you. What'd she end up doing? She curling back around. Back to green on the day is REPL. Dang, man. Yeah, it looked so heavy. But shorting weakness is tough. It's tough. I mean, it looked heavy, but as soon as, probably as soon as it invalidates here, you see this downtrend she's putting in? As soon as she invalidates, probably a good time to, get out of it. God, that VWAV at 1150 looks like the top now, too. God dang it. I can't trade it again. XBP could be backside. We could, even hit that one again on a pop. Up towards 220 even. Give me a second, guys. Just smack it until it works. Just smack it until it works. Look at that. BGLC, yeah, fades. That's your bread and butter. Just fading most of the day there. REPL all the way back up to 7. Going triple top up here? It's definitely a play there. VWAV, man, I hate that ticker. She's going on the naughty list. Pissing me off so much. Especially if it's just going to fade from there, from that stop. Oh my God. If it's going to fade from that stop, dude. All right. REPL is coming up here to a triple top area. There's up and over 7. XBP still looks heavy. Tygo was just a slow fade. What a play there. God, I'm so mad, VWAV. That one's hard to wash out. RAPL definitely interests me, but I'm wondering if they gathered shorts there and they're ready to squeeze her on up. I, I feel like she's got a little bit more squeeze action in her. XBP, I kind of want to start like a leftover play here, Fades. I really still like this one. I think I'm going to do just that. I'm going to start a leftover play there. Just like give it up to, probably just set it and forget it. Give it up towards like 230. That's what I'm going to do, XBP. Give it up towards 230, where a lot of the longs were getting in that name. Well, that's cool. That is very cool. Chop City just spiking straight up there. All right, stopped out of that one. Stop out King going on right now. All right, well, we are not doing too hot right now, guys. Today is aggravating me a lot. So right now I am sitting at, I mean, look at that thing. It just shot straight up to 230, took me out, and now it's pulling back. How are you not going to get tilted after all this? So I'm down right now at 135 on the day, which I guess isn't too bad considering I need to press the other button, apparently. REPL, continuation higher. I just got to stay focused. Mine's got to be stronger than the emotions, as James pointed out to me via email. Very good. So let's focus on finding some good setups. BGLC, dude. What a play there. Just a slow unwind fade. REPL is definitely an interesting ticker. SGD, dude, that one. Hangover snap. HIMS is higher. HIMS. And VWAV, I mean, it feels like it put in the top right there, 1150, but I don't know if I can reattack this name. That's my only concern here. After stopping out like that. All right, guys. How are you guys doing? SupX AI technology ticker. That one's gone from 16 up to 30. SupX 16 up to 30. We halted up from 25 up to 29. It's been pulling back off of that. Up from $10 to $25 right now. They came out with news at 6:30. They unveiled an AI server powered by NVIDIA's Blackwell GPU. Okay. Yeah, SupX, definitely opportunity on that one. I think I gotta wait right now, guys, for like to get involved with some of these tickers. I need to wait for some nice spikes to come in. You know, get that euphoria up to a resistance. VWAV curling back up a little bit here towards 11, but gotta get involved. Like every time this thing gets kind of euphoric, the euphoria that I like to look for. They built a server. Yeah, I know that. I mean, it appears like a pretty decent short right here. It did a red to green move. The $20 little key area there. It's about 1-to-1 right now. XBP straight back down. Took me out and straight back down. Guys. VWAV does look backside heavy. 1075 down to 1008 VWAP. Guys, I'm trying to be positive here. Trying to be positive. Look at this top tick right there. I'm not even, dude. Putting stops is smart, but when that happens, and we just halt it down. I'd be in the green. Be in the green a lot right now. That BS candlestick didn't come through like that. All right, VWAV, interesting backside, perhaps. I like that wick right there, 1075 down. Man, just getting back involved. Don't tilt trade. I'm trying, dude. I'm trying because top in VWAV and XBP like that, not a happy camper right now. Go get water. All right, I got it. I got it. Water's with me. It's manageable red. The problem is that this is always my problem. I mean, ideally, I would have loved to have hit this up towards 220. That would have been the ideal trade. Didn't wait for it, though. All right, here's VWAV popping back up to... I don't know if I can... I don't think I can trade this ticker, though, guys. It's too sporadic. It's a tough one. REPL's hit 725. I'm a little torn on REPL. If I'm being honest, it is hitting a level of resistance. A little torn on that one, though. SUPX is going back up to the highs, guys. SUPX. Probably ought to walk away is what I need to do. All right. XBP halted down. I think Fade, you're in that. Good work there. VWAV still holding up. REPL's interesting. SUPX is as well. I kind of like SUPX. It's on lightish volume, though. And I like VWAV. I mean, I still like it. I can't sit here and marry this thing. I already have given it I don't know how much. But right now, 1070s is trying to hold on it. Would be an insane move to reclaim a lot of, Monday. Just an insane move. I called this 11 and didn't wait for it. I just don't. It is slowing down quite a bit. I'm going to try it again, guys. It's probably going to be my last trade, because really, if this doesn't work, I'll probably be at max loss. And this is going to be a hard day to wash out of my mouth here. All right, so 11, back up towards the highs is really the risk. What am I down on the day? I'm down 136. Yeah, it's just not my day, guys. It's apparently not my day. It's a tough move right here. Well, maybe it is my day. Give me a second. Maybe it is my day. Come on, snap, VWAV. Tested that 11 again. Head and shoulder-ish. That's got to be the risk guide at this point. It's pretty much the risk guide there. 11, like 11:30 was my last stop on this thing. I cannot believe this price action, guys. I'm so sick of it. Honestly sick of it. Yeah. I think I'm going to cover and be done with the day. This thing dropping to 10:30, straight back up to 11. I think I'm about to be done with the day. Get to the point where you top tick so many of these things that you get sick and tired of setting the stops. The hard stops, at least, keeping it mental. Today would have been helpful with XBP. What did XBP end up doing, Fades? Yeah, I'm going to take the 200, probably max L on the day here, and I'm going to be done. Keith, what's going on, man? Sideways day. Are you back opened yet, Keith, with your account? Yeah, dude, Keith, today's been extremely annoying. I can't even express it, man. Can't express the annoyance here. But there's measures in place to prevent me from, keep trading on a day like today when I can't get anything working out. It's very good to have those measures in place. This is the area I liked VWAV though, so I mean I'm trying to trade it, but good job MG on your trade here. Short at 1146. You waited for it to come to you though. I mean, not necessarily luck, right? Because you let this trade come to you. You did so well at that. MG does so well. The reclaims have been crazy. Ed, XBP. Oh, in the 160s. Ed, good work. Wow, XBP was the play, man. I cannot, guys, like, great work, everybody who got XBP. You know, I set the hard stop on, I tried to work leftovers here, backside 230, and set the hard stop and got stopped out. That makes me absolutely sick, because I'd be so green right now without that pop straight up to the 230 there. I loved this ticker. I loved XBP. We saw all the upper shadows in the past chart history. It was a high prediction setup. And, and then that happened to me right there. Yeah, that was a tough one. I like the setup. It was higher conviction. I did, throw a couple hundred at this too, just to get stopped out like that. And then VWAV is even higher. I mean, VWAV is such a tough one, guys. This trade is not easy at all. It's just squeezing out shorts left and right. So it's going to be a max loss day for me today. A couple $100. The work I put in Monday and Tuesday. Going down the old Drano. Perfect fall stop too tight. Yeah, my stop. I mean, I do that a lot, man. My stops are generally real tight. I do that too much, stopping out way too much. Oh, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, missed your other post. Today went horribly wrong. Under $700. What happened? Stopped out like 10 times? Yeah. So you were putting hard stops on too? And did they turn around and work out for you? Or was that just me? So as far as MG over $2, REPL's pulling in off of 715, by the way. Yeah, XBP, I mean, I started it right at 2. I should have hit it again up towards, 250. I hit it again right there at 210. And then, yeah, just trading kind of scared, I guess. Got to recognize your trading fears. The hard stops, man, they haven't been working for me too well. They're great, when I take them off, then that's when it's dangerous, because then these tickers squeeze. What did we see yesterday? One of those tickers we were trading, it jumped a whole point like immediately. It was RCON. I had a hard stop there, and that was great because that thing jumped a whole point. Very dangerous play there, RCON. So the hard stop there worked great, but otherwise, man, I guess I got to give them a lot more room. I agree, Fades. The best loser wins. Days like this, my discipline's hard to control. Same. I mean, you see my day. I'm extremely tilted, but there's measures in place to keep me from trading that way. SUPX nearly double top 29. XBP. Yeah, I mean, the problem is I'd be green if XBP didn't do that to me. I'd be green on the day. You learn the wrong lessons, though, right? That's the aggravation with it. I don't want to learn the wrong lesson, like, oh, don't set a hard stop moving forward. You got to set stops. I just need to keep them a little wider. Keep those stops a little wider. Yeah, today's been a rough one over here, guys, for me. Down 136 on the day in VWAV right now. Trying not to trade tilted as, you know, I've top ticked a few tickers, and that normally is what spirals me. So we're trying to keep our cool here. But we see it. You know, the annoyance is when you're seeing things well too. Like I see these charts. XBP, so many upper shadows left of the chart. Looks great for the short, and you know, the blame comes down to me. You know, the blame is on me for, you know, it comes to sizing, risk management, discipline. There's a lot of factors involved here. I mean, we can dig ourselves out of this hole if we can get some tickers to start working out. I mean, if VWAV actually starts selling off for once, that $11 is the area I've been looking at. If we start, you know, showing some signs of weakness, cracking the trend, which it is, but it's been buying up every single time it's sold off. Every time. Let me see VWAV area. We're cracking a couple lines here. We're on VWAP right now. I could size this a little bit now against 11, but this ticker's been real tricky to trade. I will say this has been real tricky to trade. The trend line is cracking that it's on. It's bouncing off of VWAP right now. I'm tempted to hit it again. But the reclaims, somebody pointed it out today, the reclaims have been absolutely nutso today. You know, for this thing just to shoot back up to 1150, it's been doing that all day. You know, it's been every single pullback's been getting bought up, so that's been the personality of this. A lot of dirty setups. Phase, the best loser wins. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You gotta be a good loser. This is gonna make me sick, dude. If I size this and then she shoots straight back up. That's emotions talking, because the chart is suggesting that it's kind of heavy now. Kind of cracked under 11. So that's emotions speaking right there. Let's see the 1075 area. I would like to hit this again. It looks primed and ready. Also don't want to marry a ticker though, you know. You know, if I keep smaller sizing helps. It's that, like one of you pointed out, it's the emotional dial. Oftentimes, guys, sizing up doesn't even help, because you size up and then you get more emotional and you're taking positions like off early, for example. You know, you're doing things you wouldn't otherwise do. So sometimes even like kicking back with this, like if I were to kick back even majority of the day and we could get an Archon kind of move here, I don't know if I see that happening, but let me look at the 5 minute. 5 minute finally pulled in off of that 11. Why can't I just wait for those areas that I call out? 5 minutes still 1020 is kind of that VWAP area on it. I want to flip around, see if there's anything else. XBP was such a good setup, man. Even though I butchered that trade and got top ticked on the sloppy second side, I mean, still within good. You know, the risk management's still good. Still overall happy with that today. And look at VWAV. I swear to God, guys, this ticker is going to cause me to go into... cause me to have a stroke. I have a brain aneurysm on this thing. Pulls down into the 1020s and then straight back up again. Yeah, yeah, Manuel, you're having one of these days too. Just stop. What do you think's going on? Your stops are a little too tight. I think I'm with you. Like, I could get some clarity of mind to get some good trades going on still. I gotta focus. Gotta focus here. But if VWAV's bouncing off VWAP. REPL has been heavy against 715, by the way. I guess that ended up being a decent setup against 720s. 720s holding up there. Sup X is triple topping up here at 29. Got the Fed coming out with whether or not they're doing the rate cuts at 2 p.m. today. Be mindful of that. Not sticking to the strategy, huh? Yeah, that's no good. Got to stick to that strategy. Okay, this 1078, 1080 line, $11 is holding up pretty well. Yeah, I got to trade with clarity in mind here. I think what I'm going to do is, if it starts climbing back up over 11, like into the 11 teens, 20s, I'll be done with it. All right, we're pulling back in a little bit. That 1020 VWAP's got to crack, though. It's coming back down towards that area. We got to crack that line. I feel in control, if that makes sense. Like, I do feel good in the sense that I feel like I'm at the steering wheel, you know. And that's important because otherwise, oh. Oh gosh, guys. VWAV snapping. VWAV snapping. Snap, crackle, pop under VWAP. We're halted down. I just sized into it a little bit as well. I sized into it when it started looking weak right there. So I have a 1006 average, 100 shares. I hit it again right there, backside. Getting a little aggressive on the day right now. Getting a little aggressive. Oh, this could help. Oh my God, this could help. If I actually could go green on today, it would be wicked. All right, I need a breather. We need some green team oxygen. Need to come. We got a few products in here we've come up with that we need to maybe go on Shark Tank with. We got the green team, the toilet chair, because guys, we've missed out on some opportunities. Going to hit the head or going to the toilet. Missed some good opportunities. So we need. I might have to have my camera off, but we need some toilet seats. And then we need, additionally, come on, guys. We got some good products. What else we got? Day trading oxygen. We got the Advil, too. Day Traderville. For when the days are awful, nothing's working out. I can do like a little infomercial on this, too. Are you suffering from trader ache? Yeah, there you go. Trader ache. Well, suffer no more. Introducing Traderville. Apply directly to forehead. Will it that trademark. Day Traders Advil. All right, when are we going to open up here? 10:58, we halted down. What do I do? Do I take it half off? Okay, 10:58. We got maybe 2 minutes left. I'm probably coming out. Man, that was a fast halt down too. Yeah, Ed, are you suffering from FOMO? Suffer no more. Traderville, coming to a pharmacy near you. If you take Traderville, please be aware of some symptoms like minor, major organ failure, suicidal thoughts, heart attack, stroke. All right, so guys, having fun. I'm just kind of focused right now, though. If I could get green on today, where are we opening up at? Does anybody have a price we're going to be opening up at? I'm probably going to be coming out half. If we open up, sometimes may include margin calls. Yeah, Perfect Fall got the wit. You got the wit down. The Traders Rehab, Keith. I swear, man. If we keep moving in this direction, man, there's some hotels around here that are closed down that I'd love to buy up and turn it into a Traders Rehab. Tradercation. Vacation together. Man, that'd be awesome. Where we could do like our trader hangouts where we could trade together. That's really, that would be a dream of mine. I hate the fact that, like, as traders, we come from the same cloth, and life gets in the way, though. It makes it hard to do what we want to do. I'd love to alleviate that for traders. Like, look, come trade. Don't worry about all the overhead. Just come and trade. I mean, obviously you gotta pay for it somehow. So I probably have to. You probably have to trade from the Traders Rehab software. So there's, the fees could take care of the overhead. But outside of that, that's your only expense. Your fees go into the overhead. God, I got a lot of great ideas, guys. All right, is this a 5-minute halt? Looking like a 10-minute halt. James, you got 860. That would help the day out a lot. 10-minute halt. Yeah, it'd have to be like a padded room, Keith. It'd have to be like an insane asylum kind of room. From a beach in the Caribbean. Yeah, Perfect Fall. Like it, because that puts you in that you got to trade from a positive state of mind, in a relaxed state of mind too. Any way you can get to more clarity. I mean, there's truth behind that Perfect Fall, because people have rough days when there's a lot of stress going on in their life. It bleeds over into the trading, because trading is mostly mental. It's mostly all psychology. Guys, I mean, I've been doing this 10 years, so believe what I'm saying. There is absolutely no crystal ball. The only crystal ball is you. Psychology. Anybody can string together some wins, even the people that have no idea what they're doing. In fact, most newer traders string together a lot of wins together. But does it ultimately help them out? No, it's kind of a curse, because they're trading. You want to get to that trade without fear, unencumbered by the fear and worry, but they haven't experienced the lessons of trading for reasons to have that fear. That's where you got to get. I can ramble so much, man. You just mentioned trading on the beach, and I go down this deep rabbit hole. I appreciate you guys, though. Thank you for having that listening ear. But, hey, we're all ears in here. If you got something you got to get off your chest, too, I mean, I don't mind bringing you guys on too. Like, I think that would be a good idea. We could have some of you guys coming on the stream. You know, two of us on here, Alert and Plays, and we can rotate through the green team. I think it would help you out too, give you some confidence. That's my mission, really. I want you guys to succeed and do well. That's not a bad idea, though. Now is going to open up at 9. You got $9 on it now. I'm probably coming out half, guys. When are we opening up? 10:58, so within 2 minutes. Emmanuel, keep us updated. I believe in you. Let's get to that. Let's get back to 0. Let's get to positive on the day. Keith, a lot of F-bombs on sideways days. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I can't edit out these streams, so most of the F-bombs I keep up in my brain. I try to keep it PG in here for the most part. I mean, a lot of the guys in here were, you know, your vibe is your tribe kind of thing, if that makes sense. So a lot of us in here are very similar because your vibe is your tribe. We got a lot of people really who take this serious. People really of all age groups in here, dads, all kinds of stuff going on here, but traders that are taking this real serious. All right, we're going to open up within the minute. So my finger's on the trigger. I'm going to leave leftovers. Say it again, Kevin. I'm going to leave leftovers. Just remember RCON yesterday. You took it all, and then it dropped 4 points. Idiot. See, that's my... I almost have to... We got the Traderville. We need something else for trying to, like, from the Men in Black movies, they had that little flash that you could erase your memories. I need that. That's what I need. Erase some of these tickers from my brain. Because, guys, I can remember I remember trades from, like, forever ago, from 2016-17, that I wish I could forget. But they're ingrained in you. They're embedded in you for a good reason. You learn from them, and helps you to move forward. Guys, I'm taking half off when we open up. All right, half off. Don't do what you've been doing the entire rest of the day prior to this, buying up on every pullback. If VWAV is just going to think this is a slight pullback and pop back up and reclaim highs is what's probably going to happen here. I need to not manifest that. We probably do have quite a few longs underwater from all the choppiness up from $10 and higher. So, you know, I'm going to stick around here for a bit. Oh, 850 just hit. Goodness gracious. A lot of panic coming in, guys. Lots of panic coming in here. May halt down again. I'm going to take another half off down here in the 840s. So I'm stuck. I only got 25 shares now. 25, but up 42 on the 25. All right, leftovers helping out. Now I'm down 61 on the day. Dude, we're going to do a red to green move on the day. I'm just glad I caught this because, dude, if I would have nearly top ticked this thing at 1150 and then watched this happen, I would have felt bad for my wife today. I'd been a little grumpy. All right, I'm kicking back with these last 25. I'm thinking RCON. I'm really going to kick back here. Okay, let's move along. REPL 725. That is holding up. The Magic 20s holding up as resistance up there. Oh, Sup X Ed. Nice. That triple top, dude, was. That triple top was pretty good. It was kind of thin. Sup X, a little thinly traded. I did like it, but man, it's putting in a really nice upper shadow too on the day up towards resistance. Yeah, it's probably worth, a little bit of risk there. VWAV just dropped even to $8, kind of popping off at 8. Might base out at 8. Perfect Fall saying, yeah, lower shadow down there at 8. Let's see what she's going to do from here. I could trail it. This ticker's a little whippy to be throwing out trails on it. Trailing stop. I could do it. I'd have to do probably, honestly, like over a point. Trailing stop, like a $1.20. Probably the stop I need to put on it. All right, so there we go. So the trailing stop, you see it's working. It's at 978 right now, which I'm fine with. I'm giving this one room. I'm going to give her room on the leftovers because I didn't do that on RCON yesterday. And today, I'm not making that mistake. Because even leftovers, for those new in here, it's like a small percentage of the position. For me, on this trade, 25% of the position. I had 100 shares here, so 25 shares. And you kind of you take the predictable piece of the move off, but then you leave a piece of it to play around, You leave a little piece, because if this thing does like a RCON yesterday, RCON sold off from $7 to $1.85. Even with 25 shares there, that's another $100. Another $100. So I like to give leftovers a little bit of room. $9.78 is where the trail's at for me right now. But we're still red on the day. So need to lock in here. Man, that snap was quick too. You guys see this chart pattern right here? Everybody jumped in at the same time. This was the trend it was on. Popped off a VWAP, started slowing down right there. It actually was a decent little pattern right there. Trail is moving down. 950 we moved down to. Emmanuel, glad you used risk management. But if I didn't have stops, I would be green today. Yeah. Could have gotten out of hand. Yeah, normally, if you take the risk out of it, like I was in the same boat. I get so annoyed putting the hard stops on sometimes and getting stopped out at the top. I get absolutely aggravated, then I get tilted, and when you take those stops off, though, if it doesn't bite you in the foot this time, it's going to next time, We all know that's what's going to happen. VWAV back down to the low 8s. Perfect Fall calling that $8 area. I knew that was a good setup. I was trying not to marry it either. I took a decent L on it. REPL back over 7. And I'm trying to find anything else, guys. We're going to get something pop up. And then we're going to get green on the day. Yeah, SupX was pretty good. Okay, PC popping up, James, a little bit. Needs a little more juice. Thank you, Fades. Appreciate it. I really needed that one because nothing else was. I really needed that one. You guys saw. Today was not going my way. REPL making new highs. Yeah, I mean, I think my gut was telling me be a little cautious with this one. Michelle, BGLC. That one's been fading all day, right? Yeah, good. Excellent. I mean, we could even see that one back down towards 5 and lower, really. What was your average on that one? REPL maybe, guys. I mean, this one's not too bad. The next level of resistance after that $7 area I'm seeing is up towards $8.20. And then $9. Man, we gapped down from 12. I don't know the news on this REPL after that gap down, but it's recovering a lot of it. I don't know if it was just analyst downgrades. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. They adjust the price target to $3 from $17, $2. I mean, normally you don't really see just an analyst upgrade kind of doing that, though. You'd think there'd be some news. Kind of grindy, though. 63 million in the floats, REPL. And guys, if you remember the start of the day, I mean, Fades and I, we were talking about VWAV perhaps on the backside here, on like a hangover kind of play. So I could see this one still. I mean, maybe accumulating some longs there. I could see this one pulling back down towards, even into the 6s or lower. It's going to take some time. That's why I got the trail on it. Trail's at 925 right now. But I'm kicking back with the leftovers. I'm going to walk away, go get lunch, not even think about it. All right, REPL 755. That's really the play right now. It's the only play I'm really seeing at the moment. I don't know if I like the short right here though yet. Broke over 705.6. Previous close 375, up to 750 right now. It's got 10% short interest to be mindful of. I think I like the 820s, guys. But try to wait for it, MG. And then $9. I mean, really, I would start it over 8, and the risk would be mid 9s because this 9 over 9 is a good area of risk too. Sup X, dude, what a move! God, what a move there, triple top, and then just slowing down, kind of dribbling out like a basketball towards VWAP. And it cracks. I mean, guys, learn from that setup. Learn from the setup because it's the same thing with VWAV. Same thing. I mean, you're kind of volume slowing down right near VWAP. And when it cracks that level, man, like a lot of times, it's on like Donkey Kong. All right, VWAV cracking 8 now. Trying to pop up over 8. Putting in a massive upper shadow on the day, dude. XBP, it's got some resistance, 175. It's pulling back off of. VWAV putting in a lower shadow under 8. It's got the previous close 773. That's going to be a key area for it as well. The 773. REPL is kind of the one I'm eyeballing, guys. Outside of that, there's not much. REPL up through 8. I'd probably get involved there. I need to learn how to ride these on the long side up towards those areas. All right, 775 we just hit. All right, BRB. Yeah, REPL, monitor that one. VWAV trying to bounce off of the previous close a little bit. $9 my trail there now. I think that was an appropriate $1.20 trail. And then REPL 775 hits down towards 750 right now. I like that trade. Just I need a little bit more on it for me. Like it, I feel like it's gonna gravitate towards over 8, but taking the long here is tough for me. Especially being up over 100% from the prior day. But yeah, guys, chat's quieting down too. Anything you guys are looking at? LIDR spiking up. LIDR got a spike. It's coming up towards $4. It pulled back off of that, climbing back up. LIDR, LIDAR. This was a play the other day. Yeah, this one's not bad against 450. LIDR giving us like sloppy seconds. 450 is pretty good there. Okay. I mean, LIDR, there's something here. Previous close is 406. Yeah, Emmanuel, we're in the same boat there. I mean, you've been doing a heck of a job of it, though. 450 is what I'm looking at here on LIDR. Throw that one down. And then REPL with that 7 break. 5-minute chart looks really clean here, REPL. With that $7 break could be that could be your support on the long side. Baron, mentioned you a few times today. You married XRP. Let's take a look. XBP. XBP, right? Married that at the Open, spending the rest of the day on base hits. Dude, we're somewhat similar boats, Baron. Been trying to recoup some losses today. Dude, I got chopped out. Several guys in here got chopped out on a lot of plays. It's not been a clean day. It's been really aggravating of a day, honestly. Yeah, look at this. This is my XBP chart, Baron. I was so annoyed on this. I understand why you married it, because the past chart history looked great. I mean, I was trying not to, so I stopped out. I took the short at 2. This thing was going all the way up to 250, and I was like, if we're heading towards $3, I don't want to just keep smacking this thing. So I was like, I'm going to revisit it. I said I'm going to revisit it up towards 3, but stopped out, then hit it, took some profits, and then I tried to take the backside play here, Baron. I took a couple hundred on it at $2, and I put a hard stop in, Baron, at 230, and it just shot straight up there immediately, right after I got into the position for the backside play, like it's putting on right now. It just shot straight up and took me out. I was so tilted. And then VWAV, I took a couple losses here, but am making it back currently. But right now, I'm red, 60 on the day. I'm up 40 on VWAV. So red about 20. I guess I'll take it. I mean, I'm still going to be aggravated with XBP. But the day is not over yet, Baron, so we're still looking for something. LIDR, I'm interested in up towards 450. You started it at $1.30. Ooh, yeah. Looking at the chart, that was but you do slow scale. I mean, you do start real small and slow scale it. But you started it like right before that halt happened. Yeah, and she just kept grinding higher. The chart looks so good there, though. I mean, I still even see it probably pulling back down towards $1.30, 20. But the risk reward's not too great right here to get involved with it. I'm not going to force any action right now, though. I'm still just going to... I mean, honestly, we can get green on the day just with leftovers, VWAV, if she just sells off down to 6 or so. That would be excellent. But I'm here, market. I'm ready. Put me in, coach. Let's see what else happens. What else? I mean, you married XBP. What else did you trade, Baron? Is that mainly it? Just married her? REPL, yeah, MG, that was my thought there. I'm not sure we're gonna get up there though. 820. That's one of the plays I'm looking at, and LIDR, I'm looking at that one too. LIDR up towards 420. I probably start it and hit it again at like 450. Dang it, dude. REPL's pulling back good. I mean, REPL's got a lot of good... Like, if I was still longing, I'd be tempted to long this off of $7 with like a 680 risk. But, dude, I used to get crushed back in the day, like, because I'm like conservative in nature, and that's a problem. It's like a blessing and a curse. So, like, when I used to long years ago, I'd miss the move on the upside because I really wouldn't want to like buy high and hope higher. not entirely an effective strategy, especially if they're about to elevate, the elevator down's approaching. But then I'd wait so long that I'd wait for this like bounce right here at $7, and it'd be backside at that point. It wouldn't work out. It really wouldn't sustain itself too well. VWAV bounced off at 8. Curling up right now. My trail's at $9. It looks like it may curl up there and take it out. We'll see. MG, that is my advice, but I don't even hardly listen to myself. And really, I like to start them because of REPL. This thing, like starting it up here, 775, that's why sometimes I start them early, because sometimes this happens. They don't quite reach the mark. So breaking up the position and sizing it small. Let's say at 820, I want it like you normally go in a few hundred. Let's say at 820 you're going to go in 300 shares. So what I would do in your scenario is I would start it for like maybe 150 shares. Half the position down here, just in case she starts working a little earlier. XBP there down to 150, and VWAV curling up. Looks like the trail's going to get hit towards $9. Man, I wanted to kick back with this one all day too. Oh well, I gave it an opportunity to work. It didn't. It is what it is. It may keep fading, as it pops up here. Probably some shorts are going to get involved. So right now I'm down 35 on the day after fees. It was a lot of work this morning only to be down $35. I feel like the market should be paying me, man, for all this sweating this morning. Sweaty conditions out here. All right, so REPL. I don't know here. Yeah, REPL looks heavy on this 7. Looks heavy on that 7 line. And LIDR didn't quite make it over 4 for an entry. Man, quite the spike there, VWAV too. 8 to back up to 9 like that. Now I'm tempted. If that thing moves up towards 10, dude, that's going to be a good entry. REPL bouncing off a 7. I don't know here, MG. It feels heavy. At this point, we want to let the trades find us, not. We don't want to force the action. We want them to find us. It's been a heck of a morning, but we've recovered most of it. Thank you, Keith. Just trying to trade with clarity, confidence. And REPL is a maybe for me. Right here. I mean, it's a different trade. Like, if we're waiting for up and over 8, that's a clear edge there. scaling. My idea was scale it to 9. But this is a different trade right here if we're going to be heavy against the highs. The chart looks good, man. We're putting in that upper wick too here for a pullback under 7. Past chart history. It's not a guarantee, but high probability. So REPL up and over this resistance. I could see the upper shadow forming there. RCON a leg down. Yeah, cracking VWAP. Looking heavy right there. Try to put in a little move today. 330 triple topped. What a play on RCON yesterday. A con kind of play. Instead of R. Kelly, you got Archon. Yeah, REPL has slowed down. I might take this trade. I like shorting right at support. God, it looks like it's about to snap, though. It's real heavy right here at 7. LIDR up and over 4. 405. So 420 might be incoming right there. I mean, they're decent setups, these two I'm monitoring. REPL, LIDR. Love getting top ticked on that trail for just it to pull back. It does. It's almost like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. I trade CFDs, and they're still hunting my stops. All right, REPL, a little heavy on this bottom trend. $7. That is a bounce play area, so I'm just monitoring that carefully. But it's slowing down a lot. Getting a little pop right here. I'm going to hit it right there, 726. James, I could see it going to 8. This is a separate kind of trade for me. The stop for me is probably going to be back up into that consolidation, like 750s. I'm going to set the stop, and then it's going to head right there. Yeah, I'm going to set the stop on it up into this consolidation. It was slowing down a lot. Did ultimately get that bounce off of 7. This is a separate trade for me. I'll stop out into that consolidation. If we start heading up towards 8, I like that trade too, though, up into the 820s. But, I mean, the 7's going to have to crack. If 7 cracks, it's probably going to start fading back down to 620 or lower. The daily I kind of like. I'm seeing it form the upper shadow. I can see it. It hasn't yet, but I can see it form that little upper wick against the 7 up and over, like that $7 area. Could head up towards 8, though. Yeah, the 8 could gravitate up there. I mean, it's a decent hand. I'll throw, stab at it. But I don't want to sit here and overtrade either. But I'll give it up there to, the 750s. I'd like to see it retest 7 and get that crack. What else are you guys looking at? With how today's going, I'm surprised this hadn't shot straight up to my stop. LIDR at 4, real slow there. Stair stepping up's a sign of health, so we just want to probably avoid that. VWAV back down to 830. BGLC, I know Michelle got that one. Great work. I mean, great fade. Fades, did you get this one too? This is your kind of bread and butter play. All right, a couple stocks hitting the scans. Let me flip over. NPWR, yeah, this one's random pump and dump going on. I don't see any news here. NPWR is a power company, Net Power. REPL, a little pullback there. Back down towards 7 is going to be real interesting. Because if she goes down to 7 and cracks that, she's heading there right now. Let me take a look at REPL, because heading back down to the 7, which it's doing right now, it's kind of a sloppy second short that I put on right there. Heading back down towards 7. This was a ceiling. Now it's going to be a floor of support, but crack under, it's probably going to take out quite a few stops, guys. It would be like a little rug pull. It probably pulls back down to like 680, $7. So let's keep our eyes peeled on that. Feel like I'm guiding a safari right now. Keep your eyes peeled. REPL. It could lurk around anywhere out there in the wild. Do I take half off? I like this one. I don't think I take half off. I think we keep pulling back here. It's cracking 7. Oh, don't pull back. Don't pop back up towards 7. Needs to take out some stops and flush, guys. That's what I'm looking for here. All right, I'll come out half because it's trying to bounce here. Not really cracking the way I thought it was going to. Yet, at least. So 726 is my average on this. VWAV all the way back down towards 8. That trail that I set, dude, I gave it a point, like a point and a quarter on the trail. It popped right up, took me out, and headed back down. But VWAV, man, what a trade there. God, dude. Back down to 790. I could see it slow fading on the day too, guys. It could panic and capitulate even further. XBP at $1.40. Leftovers there would have been good. Anybody working that? All I'm working right now is REPL. Took the short 720s. And trying to get this thing, see if she's going to be heavy under 7 at this point. Is testing this line out right now. It hasn't really confirmed the crack. You know what, Fades? I may do what we were discussing earlier and like take it off and then start another position here. It's just a little slower of a mover because it's 63 million on the float. Just the nature of this one. So nothing's going to happen too quick here. But still sitting right on that support territory. Yeah, popping back up towards like 715. I probably will get out of it and revisit it because it's going to show that it's holding, trying to hold the 7 line. I was looking for a liquidity rug pull under 7 down towards like 680. Okay, there's 708, 706. 705, coming back down towards that 7 line. All right, orders are stacking on the ask. Still right at this support line. See what she's going to do. She's going to really have to put in some work here if she wants to crack under that, because this was sealing a resistance. So if we crack under it, I mean, we may be heading back down towards VWAP. Which would be right around the open on the day as well. Here's what I'm going to do with that. I'm just sit here and stare at it. Set like a back down towards 7 and trying to bounce off of it again. I'm going to set a stop at 714. If it starts climbing back up there, I'll be done with it rather than the trail. Set just a stop on it because VWAV gave back a quarter over there with that trail. But looking heavy, REPL. It's looking heavy. We'll see if it can really crack that line. NPWR that we looked at, already pulling back in. LIDR pulling in. It's quieting down a little bit, guys. But let me know what you're looking at, or if there are any questions on the day. How's the green team doing? Because today on my end, Whew. Roller coaster of a day. And not the fun kind of roller coaster. The one where they don't strap you down. No seatbelt. If there was like a medieval times roller coaster, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, there's not much going on right now. LIDR could be heavy, you know, and start pulling back in. REPL, just not a lot going on there. Hadn't really determined what she's doing. Is she now? Maybe she is now. A lot of selling pressure coming in. REPL. Did just crack that 7 line. Tempted to hit it again. We need to watch that line closely, though. 705-ish. Need to watch it closely. Tempted to hit this one again. Anybody working REPL alongside me? Popping back up towards 7 is going to be brutal on this thing. We got to stay heavy. We really got to stay heavy here, guys. I'm going to hit it again. I was about to. Didn't get it. Dang it. I'll kick back. 714 still the stop with leftovers there. But we did crack that line. And we could tell there's certainly orders sitting there because it flushed down, you know, back down to 680s, which it was going sideways at for a while, 675. Really, we got to stay heavy under that ceiling now. Got to stay heavy here. But with the way today's gone, there's not much I'm trusting. I mean, I could see this just popping right back over 7. I'm going to give her room, though. Give her room with leftovers. Okay. Anything else? We got the crack, REPL. We got to stay heavy, though. LIDR from 4 to 370s. Yeah, we're not missing anything. Just not a lot of action right now. I mean, the next line for REPL is going to be where it was consolidating earlier, 675. James, what happened? What do you do, James? I thought you were all right. Were you trying REPL on the long side, up towards 820? Let's talk about it. Gotta learn. We gotta learn from it. How's the rest of the team doing as well? Fades, are you still in here? I mean, the overall consensus was it wasn't a clean day. It wasn't entirely clean. I didn't gather that from. I mean, MG, you nailed a couple in pre-market, and then you hit VWAV real well. You hit it right here though, MG. You hit it 1140s right there. Oh, good trade. Did you catch the second move? And then Perfect Fall had a couple clean ones in pre-market. Did you keep trading Perfect Fall, or you're good too from pre-market? Yeah, not a ton of clean stuff though. I mean, I think Emmanuel, you've recovered a good chunk of that. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to keep trading, but as traders, we're sitting here. A lot of the job is waiting, it's patience. So a lot of the job is just sitting here, kind of waiting for the edge to present itself. Right now, not much of the edge is presenting itself. All right, PL's trying to test $7 out again. I mean, this really hasn't been. I get it, James. I get why you tried it on the long side. I don't get why you max lost though. I think you're still going. Was it max loss just on a compilation of tickers, or you max loss on this one? All right, here's where we're at with REPL. You had such good patience yesterday with Archon. I think you have definitely some. You're taking a step in the right direction with some of those things. Like the patience, very good. That's uncommon. Uncommon patience and discipline you got to have. Here's what I'm dealing with REPL right now. This line right here. Just kept okay, you were stopping, but so that's good. Kept stopping out. Because, I mean, today's been choppy. A lot of us have been saying that. Been choppy. This XBP is going to aggravate me all day. Like top ticking right there when this worked out so well. I got to reassess that. I think I thought I gave it a decent chunk of wiggle room right there. I really thought I did. All right, REPL popping up over 7. A 714 stop on the leftovers. Yeah, I mean this thing's choppy, dude. Like it'll pop up, just popped up to 710, straight back down. Saw that a lot with V to WAV2. You're placing stops, so that is good, but maybe you need to kind of do what I'm doing as far as sizing down, trying to give them wiggle room, because you saw that with me, XBP. It sucks. It sucks when that happens. Size down, give them a little wiggle room. Yeah, there's REPL back over 7 though. Gotcha. So you're down a hundo on the day. You didn't get really any, so you just didn't have any string any winners together today. I mean, I've certainly had a day like that where just can't get the green going, and you're not really losing much, but you're just taking a loss back to back to back to back, and it happens. RAPL is a tough cookie here. I just got taken out of it, 714. So, I mean, I'm actually green on the day outside of fees. How is that possible? Yeah, today was not easy. Let me see if there's anything else, guys. I'll probably take a break even day though if there's nothing else going on. If the edge is not presenting itself. Emmanuel just sniped 50 bucks. Like it. Good work. We got to protect the downside, guys. That's what we like. You got to be the best loser at trading. You've got to be the best loser. That's what it's about. Be the best loser you can be. Yeah, James, just all losers. I mean, that's... I think your stop may have been a little tight, though, don't you think? If you want to... Yeah, stressful day, Emmanuel. I'm right there with you. PTON's interesting. PTON just tapped the 200-day moving average. 738 PTON. Kind of light in volume with like a little euphoria on it, but the market's not... We're not seeing much of that right now. I'm seeing 675 resistance. Well, 725, right? Actually, where it is right now, 725 is really good. PTON. I might give it a shot, PTON. Yeah, I'll give PTON a try here. It's tapping the 200-day and some daily resistance right here, 725. It's a little slow. I'll put the stop pretty much at the highs right there, just 735. $740, so I don't top out. Peloton likely to outshine 2026 estimates. Okay, so you got some news behind them. Maybe analyst upgrade here. Upgrade the stock from a neutral to a buy. Peloton's been on a nice little uptrend here, up towards this 200-day moving average. I typically would just like the euphoria to get involved with this. Been on a little uptrend right there. Not up too much on the day. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to sit here and force trade, so we'll see if this one works. If not, I'm probably going to wrap up the day because I'm not seeing a lot of A-plus setups. I mean, this one's all right here. Left of the chart, we got a lot of resistance in this range. I'll give it a stab. but I mean, it's probably like C plus setup. I mean, not great here. Not seeing a lot of A plus out there. You had REPL long, shot straight down to 6 and stopped you out. Stops have to be somewhat tight because you can't lose more than 100. Yeah. That's good though. That's progress today. I actually like what I'm hearing. I'm sorry you stopped out max loss today, but I do like what I'm hearing. Like you're considering the risk per trade and managing it appropriately, so you're not given any one trade kind of too much in risk. Seems like you kind of evened it out across the board. That's I think that's a plus. Losing is part of trading. I mean, like, there's no trader out there that doesn't take losses. It's the same as a restaurant owner having to, he's got to take a loss purchasing food for his business. It's like the overhead. I mean, this losing is part of the overhead for us. It's you just have got to get to the place where you accept it as part of the journey. I mean, you got to. It's emotionally, it's always going to be difficult to do that. We can't trade from a place of emotions. We got to trade from you got to look at it through like a expected value glasses, if you will, and probabilities. Casinos don't care if they lose 49% of the hands because they know they're going to win 51% of the hands. You got to look at it with the positive EV, that kind of way. But Emmanuel blew the account a few years back trading Peloton. Screw that stock. Were you shorting it? You got me wanting to look at the short interest here now. Good old Peloton. Yeah, 19% short interest. Yikes. That ain't too good. Yeah, that's right around the edge right there. Like 20% and up. I'm not a huge fan of getting involved on the short side. I mean, we see how they can be clearly profitable. I mean, you think of the Wall Street plays, OPEN, Kohl's, KSS, and some of the other ones like D-Nut, Krispy Kreme. They're all fading right now, but they can go higher than anticipated. That's the problem. Like, don't try to time the top of those with those short squeezes because they can go a lot higher than you anticipate. You were swinging for the fences back then. James, REPL, perfect example. That one, what's she doing right now? Yeah, I mean, it's just whipping up and down, man. It's a tough one. I guess part of it is you got to consider that price action and then probably place your stops relative to it. All right, I mean, I'm kicking back with PTON, but it's slow and it's all. This is the trend I'm trading right now against really 740. It's heavy. It's kind of dribbling out at this bottom trend line. We'll see if it snaps it. It looks like it wants to snap, but other than that, guys, I'm not seeing a lot. We'll probably wrap it up here shortly. So any questions or anything, let me know. REPL definitely good. Volume still on that name. Still good volume on REPL, but a little tricky to trade. Not a lot of clean setups, but we'll see what PTON is going to do. Right now, pretty much break even on the day. A little red on fees. But really, I don't mind it too much after this morning. I don't even mind it too much. All right, we're trying to bounce here. Thank God for that VWAV dump. That kind of helped the day out. Thank you, Perfect Fall. You guys get to ride the journey with me. I mean, through the emotions. I was fuming. Generally, I'm not somebody that I keep most things inside. So I was fuming though. I was so aggravated with those two tickers getting that right there on XBP. Still can hardly look at it. Man, such a good setup. What a mess. Stopping out like that. James, do you think 50 shares is too much to swap trade with? I mean, it's got to be relative to the ticker symbol. So, like, 50 shares on as far as the pricing of the ticker, like REPL, if you're working with a $10 loss-ish per ticker, I like the way you're thinking to keep it consistent. If you were at DOS, I'd tell you to use my magic hotkeys that get you in consistent sizing. It gets you in a dollar amount, so it just, if you want to trade like a $5,000 position per trade, it divides that 5,000 by the ticker price and gets you in that amount of shares to keep it consistent. So yeah, I mean, just base it on, it's going to have to be ticker to ticker. You may have to go smaller than that on some. And then it might not be a bad idea even to like throw another 50 on something if it's working out for you. You know, if you're in the green, it's the trade's working out, like sizing into a winner. That's an example of something. It's like you're, like even the email you sent me where you're trading not your emotions. But you're trading like your mind. Your mind's got to be stronger than the emotions. So sizing into winners tough for me. That's a tough one. But then I see some like I see some of these pros like trading the RCON, and they're just literally smacking it all the way down. I'm like, dude, you know, that's a tough one for me because I like to scale out, take profits along the way based on my position. Like working that, we talked about this earlier, Perfect Fall and I, but like reducing your average on a short like that, it's tough, man. Reducing the average like that's a tough thing to do. Because so often, I mean, the last time I did that, it bit me in the foot. Last time I did that, I like to trade, I think it was like SMX. I sized into it, and then it just shot up, did a red to green move, and then came back down. So, like, if I'm sizing into something, into a winner, I really want it to keep working from there. So it doesn't give me as much flexibility. That's the annoyance of it for me. But when you get a ticker like RCON, that's just complete sell-off. You know, sizing into a winner works. Is XBP curling around? It's trying to, XBP. One low of 136 up to 170. I mean, I like this trade a little bit, PTOing, but probably shouldn't even be in it. It's a decent setup. Needed speed, though. Needed some speed and euphoria. Keep the risk on it, though. You know, worst comes to worst today. Just going to be down a little bit. Which I'm kind of happy if I have a red day and it's fairly small. Like, I don't need to max loss every time I'm having, you know, a red day. That's not too smart. Yeah, perfect falls, right? It's relative to the account. And the $5,000 account, James, is almost like you're trading. It's really like you're trading the you know, like a $200 account, right? Because the max drawdown is $4,800. Is that right? So, yeah, you got to keep that in mind too. If your max drawdown's $200, it's almost like you're trading a $200 account. This 25K account max drawdown's $1,000. So, I think $100 days are pretty good. You know, relative to that, it's about 10%. This market really just completely died. Yeah, XBP kind of curling around. RAPL still being tricky. Yeah, you gotta, James, just gotta, it's gonna be hard, but you gotta get content with small green days. That's, I mean, it's hard for me too, but like, I know RCON, you made like $400 on that account, but that's yeah, I mean, that's swinging hard. You know, with that account, like a $50 day is really good, really good. Okay, bids are stacking here. It's not something I'm gonna fight. It is tapping the 200, looking good, but I don't know. I'll keep the risk on, but I'm probably gonna step away because I'm getting a little bored watching this. Nothing else really going on. REPL's climbing back up. I guess REPL's, you know, turning into a decent long here is what it looks like. Bulls are stepping in. But yeah, how do you guys end up? Anything you got before we wrap it up? Yeah, Fed's meeting at 2 p.m. Got to keep that in mind. Uh, that's probably why we slowed down quite a bit here. Yeah, that makes sense. Our EPL's at 740 now. Craziness. PTON just hit a new high, so that one's going to keep grinding higher, it appears. Yeah, really RAPL's where most of the volume's at there. So keep that on your radar. But guys, I mean, that's going to wrap up the day. PTON at 740 is my risk there. If it taps it, I'll be down, I don't know, 40 some dollars on the day. Mainly in fees, but I'll take it. I'll take it on the day. It's a tough day here. But guys, stay safe and disciplined. Trade the edge. Don't force any action, especially when things are quieting down. There's always tomorrow. A lot of the game is just surviving. Survive today to trade tomorrow, because we want action as traders. We're hunters of volatility, managers of risk, but if the action's not there, there's no trade. So don't force it. Let the trades come to you. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. We will see you first thing in the morning. All right, guys, take care. Email if any questions.